that is your default behavior. What you have to work now is to deprogram yourself from taking those default behavior that your emotion has programmed to take. If you're able to know this emotional processing, you'll be using less of willpower, and you will not be leaving yourself to always fall into I have to be disciplined, I have to be building habits, because if you're not able to understand the emotional processing behind it, you keep on trying to be disciplined, you keep on trying to build new habits. What up? Now this is the issue, right, of having a camera that is clear as fuck. Like everything on your face will be showing, even your beards, even your pimples, even your acnes, everything will be showing. Or regardless. But what? Regardless. My room today is not that dirty, okay? Damn, I have a show on my fucking bed. What up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to fucking life, bro. You know what time it is, bro? Let's get it. Let's get it lit. Guys, look. Today was a very crazy day. I'm going live for it. Man, we'll just open up it. Dang it. Today was a very beautiful day. Today was a very massive day, okay? Chat. Today's Friday, right? Chat. My headset has come. Okay, my headset has arrived. But the issue now is this, right? I plan on getting an headset, right? But I have the money, okay? But there's some things I want to also get money, use money and get, okay? And it's kind of like weighing me. No, it's not weighing me down, but I'm like, damn, bro. Like, for like, you see, right? Money, there's no value to like money, okay? There's no value to money. The reason why I want that piece is that is because of I know what I spent my money on, and I know that okay, my money is not spent on like some stupid ass shit. Okay, that if I venture now, okay, this I'm in this kind of situation, right? And I never knew what I spent my money on, then yes, I'll be really, really upset. But I know what I spent my money on, so I'm not upset. I have this like my finance book. Okay? There's not I have my finance book here. This is okay. On the other one, this is like because this is it. Boom, this is it as well, okay? So this is my finance book, okay? Now I'm going to write down things I spend my money on, okay? So because I know what I spend my money on, I'm not really that pissed because I'm able to keep track of it, and I saw that okay, the things I spend my money on are not like stupid ass shit, okay? But guys, regardless, okay, welcome to another stream, guys. Welcome to another stream. My camera is okay as fuck, okay? But regardless, look, I'm gonna get the headset. I'll get the headset, okay? Anything that happens, let's see happen, okay? I will invest in my fucking stream, right? Let's get it. Guys, so today we're talking about discipline, habits, willpower, emotions, okay? You know, I'm not a guru, but I'll make sure I'm able to help you to be able to, know how to control your emotions, okay? You know, and I'm still on that topic of able to process emotions, okay? And like as you all know, this video will be going on YouTube as usual, okay? So be expecting at least like 20 minutes video of me talking, depending on how the vibe is, guys. Chat, depending on how the vibe is. Okay, 20 minutes, 21 minutes, okay? I must even that one make done. Okay, I'll still have to make that one because I don't want to make the video fucking long, okay? You know, I've been studying, so when I'm studying, I'm keeping some things down that I want to share with you guys, okay? I'm not smart, I'm just learning and sharing that same information with some of you guys, right? So guys, like yesterday when I chat, am I clear? Is my voice clear? Alright, bet. Now yesterday, right, we talked about how discipline habits, okay, how all of those things are they are sort of using of like how I put it, discipline, habits, your system, all those things are like willpower to overcome a programming that your emotion has made you used to. Okay, those default programming that your emotion have used to, okay? Now discipline habits, okay, all those things are going to be willpower to be used to able to overcome that programming if you don't check the emotion, the underlying tendency of the reason why you are feeling that particular way. Okay, those things are good, yes, the habit, the discipline, they are all good. But no matter if you keep on using them, but you're not able to understand the root of why you keep on doing the thing you're doing, then yes, you keep on falling back to those bad habits, or falling back to that default program that your body is used to, your mind is used to, that your emotion is programming to be. Okay, for example, if you're a pornography addict now, for example, now you are there, you are on dopamine detox for at least 7 days, right? You're on dopamine detox for at least 7 days. Now, for that 7 days for being on dopamine detox, right? At some point you are not able to fall, or something's gonna happen. A cycle will happen within that emotions that will make you not want to go back to pornography. You will not fall back into pornography. Sometimes it's not even your fault. It's just that is your default behavior. What you have to work now is to deprogram yourself from taking those default behavior that your emotion has programmed to take. Okay, so if you're able to understand the process, the underlying tendency, okay, you will be using less of willpower. Okay, I said it in my previous video, on my previous stream yesterday. Okay, you'll be using less of willpower and more of trying to process your emotion if you feel a particular emotion, because now you know that okay, processing my emotion makes me in line with them and know the reason why I'm feeling that particular way. If you have the urge to watch pornography, probably not because you want to watch pornography, probably it's because you want to feel love, probably it's because you want to feel sick, probably because you want to be like feeling excited. Okay, of recent for me, when I was going through my emotions, I'll feel the urge, right? When I try to like know why I'm feeling that urge, I got to realize that it's because of I want to feel love. Okay, so what do? I tend to just, there's a way I do it. Okay, then I feel love in myself. I feel fulfillment in myself. Okay, so that is emotion. If you're able to know this emotional process, you'll be using less of willpower, and you will not be leaving yourself to always fall into I have to be disciplined, I have to be building habits, because if you're not able to understand the emotional processing behind it, you keep on trying to be disciplined, you keep on trying to build new habits. Okay, so numb the emotion, okay, never works, because the reason is when you numb it, okay, it does not disappear. That's what you guys don't get. Your emotion does not disappear, it gets dormant. More like they become inactive. Okay, like I said before, right? Just because you don't feel an emotion, that doesn't mean that it's not active. It is very, very active. Okay, it does not disappear. Okay, the thing is that emotion is there, it's dormant, it's still present, and it's piling up. Okay, piling up to it's waiting for the time whereby it just bursts out by itself. Okay, that's why that's the main reason why we feel free or emotionally free when we blow up in anger, when we don't blow up, shouting at somebody, or probably having sex, because you have had some certain level of release of that neurons, that that piled up emotion that you have before in yourself. But that doesn't mean that it has gone for that doesn't mean that it has gone, that means you have let it go. No, it's just a release. Okay, before you go back to default again, start numbing new ones, and God, you start piling up. Okay, so understand that emotion, okay, to keep piling up if they're not being processed. Okay, and I said before my previous that emotions are a source of information and motivation. Okay, so our emotions, right, are they are very quick, or let me say they're a quick way of getting information. Yes, okay, our emotions, they're it's a very quick way of getting information about yourself, about a certain situation. If you're in a particular room, your probably that room is filled with negative energy, you will feel it. Your emotion as well has picked up a particular information from that room. So it's a quick way to pick information, and it can be your greatest ally if you know how to control it, if you know how to process it very well. That's why we have manipulators, great ones, because they know how to process their emotions very well. Okay, so it's a very quick way of getting information. Okay, and it processes a lot of information that we ourselves are not aware of. Okay, right now there's an emotion there's a part. No, how do I put it in English? At this point, right, there's a place inside of you that your emotion is being processed that you're not even aware of. And you'll be aware of it probably later down the line whereby you just remember something in your head. Okay? So they are able to process a lot of information that we are not aware of. But one thing you have to understand is that it's the brain, our brain, that does this processing. The processing the processing of information that we don't know, it's our brain that tends to do all this processing. Our brain has all these neurons, prefrontal cortex, whatever. I don't know their names, okay, but it's our brain that processes a lot of information that we are not aware of. Okay, and if you remember, I told you guys before that if you don't look, I'll keep on referring to that statement, right? Just because you don't feel an emotion, that doesn't mean it's not active. It is dormant. Okay? Now, the moment you're not feeling a particular emotion, it's at the back of your mind, it's being dormant. At some point in your life, that emotion will start, your brain will start processing that information by itself. You start like see, okay, what was the reason why I'm feeling particular way? Why was I feeling this way? Okay, and if you're unable to see this processing, of which you are not able to see it, but at least because of your level of intellect, you're able to at least be aware of what is going on inside of you. Okay, just because you don't feel an emotion, that doesn't mean that it is not active. It is very active. It's just dormant. And sometimes, most times, our brain processes information that we are not aware of. Okay, and you know that, and you know what's funny, right? Sometimes, even if you forget that you feel a certain way, okay, you forget that you feel a certain, probably you forget that you feel angry before about a particular person, and probably you don't know why you're angry at that particular person, right? Your brain will process that anger, okay, by itself. Then you're not able to remember, oh, okay, so this is the reason why I was angry at this person. Chat, are you getting what I'm saying? You'll be able to process the information, right? You have forgotten you were angry, you have forgotten that you were this and that. Then after some time, after the brain process that particular emotion, then you'll be able to this is the reason why I was upset at this guy, or this is the reason why I was upset at this girl, or this is the reason why I was feeling uncomfortable. I'm not feeling uncomfortable because I have like it just gives you a lot of things. It comes up with a lot of ideas. And that's the reason why we remember something out of thin air. Like, I forgot the milk. No, I'm just giving an example, I'm just giving an example. Probably you'll be like, okay, after I close from work, I'll get a particular milk. Then all of a sudden, it just went to be like, oh my god, I forgot the milk. Okay? So understand the process, there was a feeling attached to wanting to get that milk that you forgot. Okay, now if you forget to get the milk, the feeling does not go anywhere. Okay, although it's inactive, but it is still there. Then later your brain will now go back and scan through your feelings, and if you now be like, boom, bro, you have forgotten to buy a milk that you want to buy. You see, that's the reason why sometimes we just remember something out of thin air. Why? Because of feelings we are attached to it, and since feelings we are attached to it, and those feelings have been dormant, even though they are not active yet, they have been dormant. Your brain goes to scan them, process them, and boom, you not remember them later. That's how it goes. Okay, this 30 minutes. Okay, I said 20 minutes, so I'll just be trying to give you guys the intel, right? Now, the number one way, chat, the number one way you can process information, okay, is when you feel it. That's you experience it. Instead of reacting to it or trying to numb it or trying to avoid it, you instead ask yourself, okay, what is the information that my emotion is trying to tell me? I don't think you have ever done that before in your entire life. You have not sat down and asked, because when you're able to do this, you be, look, I'm giving you guys a free ticket to be able to be free of your own emotions, of this, because of these chains. Okay, so you ask yourself, okay, what is this information that this my emotion is trying to tell me? Sexual urge is an emotion, sadness is an emotion, discomfort is an emotion. All these emotions, right, they are trying to tell you something about either yourself or probably a particular situation. Okay, and now I know that there are times where you feel a certain way, right, and you're able to find the information behind, like you're able to like find why you are feeling a particular way. Okay, you're able to find the reason, okay, why this emotion is like, you won't be able to find, and that's a normal thing. Okay, that's a normal thing, but that doesn't mean that you should not numb it. Okay, still and still, even though you are unable to find out what that emotion is telling you about, that emotion is telling you about something, but you're unable to like see it yet, and that's a normal thing. But that doesn't mean you should go on and numb it. You can be keeping it, you can be, nurturing it till you find out what that emotion is telling you. Sometimes that is what I do. I tend to nurture the emotion for a while. Before you know it, boom, it comes. Okay, look, one thing you have to understand is that you will feel free. Okay, you will feel free in letting your brain just run around inside, run around you, trying to metabolize it, trying to metabolize your emotion instead of trying to numb it. There's numbing your emotion is a greater burden than every other burden in life in general. Okay, numb your emotion because you will feel the heaviness on your chest. You're not able to do things to your fullest potential. Okay, chat, are you guys following me? Type 1 if you tell you're following me. Type 1 if you're following me, chat. Okay, look, emotions, right? Emotions are what make us human. Okay, emotions are what makes us. If they turn off our emotions, right, I don't think we'll be fucking robotic. So why are we trying to want to numb it? Why are we trying to? We are betrayed to see our emotion as a bad thing. No, it's because you don't know how to process them. So it's much wiser to acknowledge the existence of your emotion. Okay, now emotion can serve as information, like I said before, but now it serves as motivation. Okay, emotion serves as what motivation does. It says in getting to do stuff. Okay, and I'm going to say this once, right? Our emotions are just a primitive source of information. Chat, I'm right now. I'm tired. Okay, but I want to share this shit with you guys. Chat, our emotions are just what a primitive source of information. Okay, if you feel a certain way, he's trying to tell us something. Don't forget. Don't quote me wrong. Okay, he's trying to tell you something. Okay, now if you are free, if you feel, chat, if you feel afraid, right, of taking risk. Okay, if you feel afraid of taking risk, that emotion will motivate you to want to stay in your job and not want to take that risk. If you're afraid of rejection, right, that emotion that you're feeling of rejection will motivate you to what? Not ask someone on a particular date. But this is the mistake that most people make with their emotion, especially me, is that these emotions are not analytically. Okay, they don't think with the reasoning pattern. They're not intelligent. Okay, they don't use that reasoning part of the brain. They're more of coming up with ideas and just going with it. Okay, they're like, oh, I come up with a particular idea, and boom, we just want to what? Do it. And that's the reason why it's easy for us to want to react to our emotion, like anger. Because when we are feeling upset, we are angry, emotions has clouded our judgment. We're not thinking clearly anymore. Okay, so it's easier for us to just react to that emotion of anger, of sexual pleasure, of anything that it's self-fulfilling. But in general, what's happening is that we are releasing piled up emotion. Okay, and when you feel a particular emotion, right, there is no thinking process to it. I like there's no thinking process to it, and I know that you already know that already. There's no analysis. Okay, the only thing I just do is come to the conclusion like this very fast, like anger, pleasure, anything else, anything of substance that's able to just move you to want to react. Okay, chat. Look, I'm coming. Let me quickly turn off this my video because guys, that's 20 minutes video, right? But I'll pause this one and do another one so that to continue it. But I don't want to finish everything one video, okay? So see you in the next part 2, right?